I got hurt. The journey through computers and what they've changed is what I like to call computer history. Well, sorry about that, folks. My name's Alex Hughes, and this is Computer History, episode number 3, Computer Monitors. Boy, I tell you, I got a lot of computer monitors. I think there's 5 we're gonna look at today. And unfortunately, most of them are heavy. Really heavy. We have 5 different monitors we're examining today, and we're gonna see who's the heaviest. Here we got a weight, and we're gonna measure how big they are. This is the baby of the bunch, but from the looks of it, you wouldn't believe it's from 1985. Yeah, so seriously, this is a computer. The brand is not even in existence anymore, but this is from 1985, and surprisingly, I can actually carry this in my hands. I assume, look around, there's a lot of different adjustments for, I think, brightness, and I'm not really sure what that is. Anybody know what that is? You can tell me. But surprisingly, there's little scrolls at the bottom, which don't exist now in computers. I actually tested this out. I mean, it turns on, but nothing comes on the screen. The back is actually pretty small. I wonder why they didn't use this for the rest of the computers following it. I mean, it's pretty good size. You got, like, the bottom part, you know, tripod. And then, yeah, that's about it. Funny thing is, I think this is a VGA port, but, yeah, not all the pins are there, and it says mono. So I assume it's just in black and white or something like that. Let's see how big this thing is. Checking our scale, which was centered at 0 when it started, it seems to be at about 14 pounds. Not too bad. That's one big baby. Here's the next one. They just keep getting heavier and heavier. So, okay, so this one honestly looks like an airport terminal computer. This looks like something they have in those movies where they're like at the airport terminal and they're just working on it. So, from this one, I see the same type of buttons at the bottom for brightness. And for that weird one, probably, maybe that's actually contrast. And I'm not sure what these other buttons do. But once again, there's scrolls. This computer monitor is from 1989. And as you can see, compared to the other one, it's smaller and actually has, this one has a better stand on it. The other one looked like a wire rack, you know. But, so it's kind of interesting how we look at computers now, and I'm just glad that I actually have computers from one of the first, you know, in the personal computing age. The 80s were such a big time for personal computers, you know, they were rising up. The screen looks like something more familiar. This one is much grayer. This looks like an old TV screen. This is much, you know, darker in a sense. So the back of this PC has the typical connector, VGA port. There's some sort of adapter here because maybe originally there used to be some different connector. This brand is actually a Japanese brand, so who knows, maybe in Japan during this late 80s time they used to use some sort of different connector. Time for the weigh-in! Oh man, this thing is... Oh. Let's see. Holy cow. This one is significantly bigger. Holy cow. I mean, this is 10 pounds heavier than the 1985 one. This is like 25 pounds. That one was, according to my thing, 14 pounds. Wow. In a matter of 4 years, the monitor got 10 pounds bigger. Here is the next one. Okay, so... this one is the next one in the journey through different computer monitors. I have to say, this one, okay, so it has a square stand, has the same scrolling mechanisms at the bottom, but it seems like the on and off button, I don't know if it still works. Well, supposedly it says enhanced VGA, so I don't know how enhanced VGA works. Maybe there's better colors on this screen, because frankly this screen actually looks better than this one. Okay, so let's see, we have the back. This one is much more square. It's definitely, I assume, going to be much more heavier. Geez, hard to move this stuff around. Okay. Oh, that did not sound good. Okay, it's actually good. Man, the amount of stuff that sticks out, there's like this big, just stick out part right here. It looks like me carrying a backpack on school days. Okay, so we got this VGA. This is starting to look actually like the VGA port that looks like nowadays. Even now, actually, they don't really use VGA anymore, but... Okay, so this one's from 95, so let's say, look, just imagine, this one is 10 years after this one. You can definitely tell there's been a lot of advancements in the technology, in terms of, like, this is probably going to be color, it's much bigger, which is a detraction. Kind of funny when you think about it. 10 years later, this one is bigger. I don't know, but so basically we got a better looking screen, better stand. Time for the weigh-in. Hey, you know, quite frankly, I'm so surprised right now. This is the same 25 pounds as this one. You wouldn't even think about it. I feel like that's much heavier than that one. Oh, what do they put in this thing? Rocks. Oh. Finally, we reached the caliber of heaviness. This is the monitor, the last one I have of CRT monitors from 2002. So basically, it's 6 years or 7 years older than this 1995 one. And as you can see, this one has none of those things. It's just buttons now, and that. But it's just humongous. If this thing needs to go on a diet, that's all I have to say. I mean, but what's really cool is that this is flat panel monitor, which none of these have. These are all curved monitors. That one's close to being flat panel. But this one is flat panel, which flat panel monitors, I mean, this is like the stuff you look for. But actually, I think this monitor, the resolution can go maybe close to HD? Maybe. But the resolution, I mean. Oh, I don't really want to... Oh, bad idea. I don't want that to crash. I don't want that to crash on me. That was pretty scary. Okay, so I'll just go to the back. Let's see. So the back has the usual stuff. Holy... This is the heaviest one of all. I wasn't surprised. This is going to be the heaviest one of all. I mean, just look at it. If you look at all the other ones, they're pretty tiny. But this is humongous. Especially the weight in the front. I mean, come on. It's 2002. Can't we think of something thinner? Oh, my goodness. Yeah, this one is close to 40 pounds. I'm surprised I can even pick that thing up. But, dude, this is 40 pounds. What the... This is the next monitor that we have, and this one is actually less adjustable than the CRT monitors, surprisingly. But it has the buttons. That's why I guess the modern ones are. This one's actually from 2008, so it's, I guess, not as old. This one is 6 years newer than the CRT monitor. CRT monitors have met their demise over the past 10 years because of new, more modern, slicker technologies that have made monitors so thin it's not even funny. I think like the TV we have technically is like a monitor because you can plug in the you can do the input with a VGA and HDMI, and you realize that the technology is getting so good that it's becoming so thin. And not even this one is pretty thick to today's standards, but I mean, wow, you know how technology has changed. So thank you for joining me on today's computer history. We discussed the 4 different CRT monitors, and including a little brief discussion about this thinner monitor, and we weighed them, and it turns out the heaviest one, not surprisingly, is one from 2002, which comes in at 37 pounds basically, and the lightest one is of course the one from 1985 at 14 pounds. And then so we can see that pattern. So I hope you liked today's episode. Check in next time where I'm going to discuss the towers, which are basically what powers the computers, and then maybe next time after that will be accessories, and then hey, I think I'm done with computers. I might do a little bit more with computers also. But like this video, comment on it, share it, go to Google Plus and check out my page, go to Random Stuff with Alex Hughes on Facebook, and check it out. Thank you for watching. That hurt my back so bad.